me do my tweet thing that lets everyone know that I'm live right now. Right now, right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I thought this would be most appropriate. However, it doesn't seem like it might not be on the level I like it to be, because it doesn't seem like everyone is awake and conscious and on the same frequency as me. Good morning, good day, yay! It's so nice to have you, yes! Good morning, good morning, good morning! Yay! Good day, good day. I thought we would do a good Q&A, and you know, I wanted some interaction. Yes, it is a great Monday. It really is. Tomorrow Comcast is coming and I will finally have Wi-Fi, even though I've been paying for it for like over 10 days. The joys of moving and doing things. Real professional, guru, real professional, real nice. I love to open books. Books are my favorite. I have actually a whole room in this house that is my library. I love books. I spend so much money on books and rocks. Like, I love knowledge. Perhaps it's my last name, my Mason in me. So yeah. Did you know that I've never had to do, like, I mean, it's complicated. I have always kind of had to do things all by myself, except like I've normally been in like a relationship where people are like paying half or like, you know, helping out more. And now I'm doing everything alone. So like I had to learn and deal with exactly like turning on like certain bills and stuff, right? And then you have to like do the down payment part. That's real fun. Luckily I didn't have to do that for electricity yet, because like it's kind of coming in with this or whatever. However, at the same time, like I kind of am yearning for that experience. So I am daydreaming and fantasizing about purchasing a house, like even though I may be kind of far from that. And plus I'm also so energetic. I'm yearning to like travel. Hey, my moderator, the one and only who's allowed. Hey now, Sarah Parker in the house with us now. We are live, so if you don't understand the commentary right now, recognize that there's people here channeling energy and information to me, so that's going to be coming in on all of those levels. You could also do a little breath holding, huh? My heart rate is going so hard, and the bathtub is filled with so much salt, so I cannot open my eyes, and I have no idea where my nose clip is, so otherwise I would grab that. I understand like holding your face isn't like the best, although like my water is too low, the bath is too shallow to do the other cool stuff. Plus, that trick sucks. I know a lot of you have been trying to help me to do that trick. I hate it. I hate when the water like gets in your nose that way. Sometimes I like it, like if it's ocean water, it's great because like, yeah, it'll clean out all your sinuses and all of that yummy good stuff, right? Bath water, just mad uncomfortability, like water getting in like bleh, in all these spots. So yes. I love how you're not talking and I'm still channeling off your energy. We could go other levels should you care to choose. My linguistics are like all backwards. I wanted to say like dyslexia, although like I don't have dyslexia and I just keep talking funny still. I thought about doing that in my mermaid shows. That's how I talk. My heartbeat is so loud I can hear it underneath the water. It's so loud. Boom, boom, boom. It's hard to chill when your heart is like that. Ta, 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 ta. It could be because like the warm hot water, I don't know. Oh my god, you know what else I do now? Like, you ever see those huskies that like complain? Whenever I'm going through stuff, I love to do that. It's very expressive and perfect for how I feel sometimes. Yes. I totally made an OnlyFans video today, so if you're expecting or trying to get more, then I suggest you to value me and what I do and go there. Hey! It's called Healthy Boundaries. Boundaries has been a huge lesson lately, and that's been fun, real fun. Hey! Hey, hey! Shout out to Sarah Parker for sending, because, oh my god, and I have to give a shout out to her because now when I go live, should I call them tributes? I was gonna be like, tributes can be sent. Perhaps I'm like too into Hunger Games, like, I don't know. I need better linguistics and vocabulary, so I definitely need to study, frankly, I want to study more of Michael Tazarian. If anyone knows of any other people who I can study linguistics from and learn the history of words and what each letter means. Bro, guru. How do you call yourself a love guru? Like, how? Perhaps because you're stuck in the lower vibrational frequencies where all you care about is what your tool is pointing you in the direction of. Hello, Miss Mermaid. Greeting from overseas Germany. Aloha from Germany. Aloha. Aloha from a German girl in Florida. I need like a better thing that holds this for me so I don't have to hold it or have double chin. Come on, communicate. Speak. Are you not familiar with abracadabra and Aveda and how it means when I speak, I create, or when I speak, I destroy? So it's very important to control the vibration that you release through your vortexes. Your toroidal field is how you identify what that is. Toroidal field is the word for your heart and the energy that it projects out. So that way when you walk into a room, you know the energy changes. I'm really into physics and energy, so excuse me if I get a little out there. I'd like to learn more about it so I can actually talk more professionally of it as well. However, there's a never-ending list of things to do. My dad would joke and call it the list. So I thought about making a book, and it would require me to get another deck of tarot cards to do so, to be honest. I want to take the tarot card, the World, and turn it reversed, which means it's upside down, and glue it to the book. Because that card is my favorite card because I love the message and because I feel like it's part of my dharma or my work that I'm here to do on a soul level that makes me feel rich. And the World is about how we all have a need to take care of necessary unfinished business before we leave this planet. And how only we can do the work that we need to do before we GTFO out of here, you know? And like, I use my own personal references, you know, like things that I need to do. Like, I would like to make amends with my mom better. Like, not that we have a horrible relationship, although that is on my bucket list to, you know, say I'm sorry and to feel better about those energetic exchanges that have happened in my conscious experience in the material world, right? So that's just one of my personal things, and there's many other things that I'm meant to do, and a lot of you actually can help and partake in that, and it has nothing to do with you being financially serving, although obviously the way that the material world has been made is that we've been made to worship a piece of paper, so therefore we do need the piece of paper to invest and to, you know, fight the system with their own tools kind of thing. And even then that gets challenging because as a spiritual being, it's come up how I basically want nothing to do with earthly things. Although obviously I can't get back to the stars without going back into the earth first. And you know, this brings deja vu to actually a video that I just recently did with Michaela and Sarah Parker about where we're at the beach. And inside the beach, I know I need to do it. I mean, like, the book, you're distracting me from what I'm talking about, but yes, I do need to make the book, and like, it would just basically be like a bucket list, you know, like of things that I need to take care of, and like, it would be really helpful, especially for me to cross things off. I've already made a bucket list. However, I'm not seeing it in my notes, although luckily I emailed it to some people that are special to me, so I could probably get my hands back on that. And it needs to be reevaluated, you know, because there's things that I had valued in the past that I actually really cared a lot about before leaving the planet, and now I just don't really have the same attachments. For example, one huge thing for me was definitely being a part of Playboy. And I have grown so much as a person since 18, and I'm not really resonating with those frequencies anymore. I mean, I obviously still enjoy the sensuality and not being restricted by clothing and all that good stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Commentary on the hair. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Is there anything else you can tap into other than like the physical means of what I look like? Like if I covered up my face, would you actually listen to what I'm saying instead? Eh? Oh my god, I got it. Wait. Whoa. Whoa! Hold on. Joey GF! Yo, that's kind of cool, like what it did to the effect of the imaging when it got wet. Hold on, there's water other places that there should not be water. Okay. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I keep wanting to say, I'm boring. There's a horror movie I really, really love. It's called like Cabin something. And in the movie, there's a murder of a family member, and then the husband and wife end up turning against each other. And there's actually a girl who's like a foreign woman, and she's trying to say I'm bored, except she keeps saying I'm boring. So it's kind of like an inside house joke at the museum, since that's where I watched the movie, that I'm always like, I'm boring whenever I'm bored. I'm boring. I like it. So there's 25 people here, and there's about 3 people who are willing to communicate and share their personal existence in words and frequencies and linguistics. And everyone else is like, I ain't nothing special. I ain't got nothing to say. It makes me want to like whip out the tarot and like make you recognize how important it is for you to be your authentic blueprint and be your own individual self. And the way that I explain that is basically every single person can paint, and they all paint with their own special color. And the way that you do that is by being your authentic self. So it's going to feel extremely uncomfortable and awkward, and there's not going to be anything else like you and your energy around you. Thank you, Tyson. Because you know, only you can do it. And the way that I put it is because it's the swords in the tarot. And the swords are usually ruled by air, so it's like Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. It's about helping the collective and having cool, rational thoughts and being cutthroat and decisive and really picking what side of the sword are you on. And the way that I explain that is like, let's say me and you are going to fight to the death. And neither of us wants to see it like the other person's point of view. And I say that you want to save all the animals and not see it any other way. And I'm starving, and we're going to fight to the death. And neither of us wants to see the other way. So the way that I explain it is like, there's certain things that pain you and things that you care about. And in order for like your life, basically, you're fighting for your life, right? And every day you pay the price to live. So what are you fighting for? You're fighting for what you care about, right? So you're willing to die for the things that you care about. So it's important for you to really pick what side of the sword. So again, I put it this way to you too. If I'm over here and I'm hurting animals, I'm raising insults, I'm creating racist bigotry, or there's all this negative frequency going on, if you don't stop me, how does that stop me from adding that to the collective? Now, I'm not saying for you to go punch me in the face or to kill me or to do anything of a lower frequency. I'm simply asking you to, I know it sounds awful, though perhaps if you think of it this way of being like Jesus or whatever, like you got to come on my level, you know? You got to come on my level. Understand why I feel this way, what I was taught, what did the parents teach the person to make them hate a certain race or make them hate this. So I feel like we need to teach them, like just be like mama type energy and be like, listen, this is the value in that, because only you can see the value and know what's worth fighting for. So are you really fighting for that? Do you really care for that? And then again, how are you spending your life? Are you spending your life unhappy? Are you putting other people first? Are you not taking care of yourself? Are you a love addict? You know, it's your choice. to give power to the things that you've given power to and the things that you have allowed yourself to become a slave to. Don't be a slave to the energy, you know. It is your choice to allow that to have power off of you. You know, if I have my choice of my weapon to fight to the death, as you just asked, frankly, my ultimate fantasy would be to actually be trained with my physical body, to be in a state where I can, you know, of course, have no weapons. I have shot a gun for the first time, so that was really kind of empowering and just like honestly therapeutic to play with that kind of energy. Although I feel like I want to be like, it's not a fair weapon. I've always fascinated with knives. Knives has definitely been a thing in my childhood. However, I've never really like thought about that or experimented with those things. Thanks for the compliment. I don't handle them very well. Make stupid face now. So yeah, all that's been going on a lot, and then meanwhile finding my own individual blueprint and authenticity, and then how do I survive? And that like really grinds my gears and gets under my skin. Like, who's going to value all of these things that I have? And like, how am I going to be paid? Basically, it's just like, I say pay because it's like, how am I going to make a means or like participate in the system that's been created for me? It's so hard. Like, it's so hard. I struggle with it again because I hate the Federal Reserve and I hate the fiat paper money. Like, literally the Indians would even say, or apologies for the, I feel like it's a racial slur, so like let me correct myself. Native Americans, they said yellow metal that makes white man go crazy. Like, that's literally what they considered gold. They like literally could not comprehend like, why did we value these things? And I think it's the same thing with the piece of paper, because the paper was originally made as an IOU, and it just really bothers me. Anthony, seriously, you can enjoy your thoughts there. How's that sound? Yes, I'm a certified scuba diver. If you love my underwater content, obviously some of you are here because, oh my god, bow and arrow. Dude, I would love to learn archery. Oops. Yeah. I would love to learn archery, and yes, how to throw battle axes would be amazing. That boils down to like the core of my heritage for sure. I can feel it. My ancestral stuff that I know nothing about. So again, backwards, about if you're obsessed with my underwater content and that you can see the value in how natural I look and just exactly all of my skills, like I created a portal where I release all of my underwater content now. That doesn't mean I'm done putting underwater content on YouTube. It just means that I have I know, Sarah, I know. And then, I know, we need to go throwing axes. We're doing that. We need to do that ASAP. Yes, there's a link in the description. It's for fans only. There's 2 different levels. So if you're going to beg and plead and try to get something free out of me, please save the energy, because I'm tired of dealing with the energy. That's the nicest way I can put it without lowering myself to your full level. I have to keep my own essence and my own threshold and not allowing that to anger me. Dude, I'm glad you liked that video. It's actually kind of a funny story. So I rented an Airbnb, and actually let's go backwards. I wanted to rent an Airbnb, the specific Airbnb, because it's like the only yurt in Florida. And like this guy, he has 2 of them. And one of them is like a giant tree house, which I definitely must do. It's like $200 a night. And like, I have to do it. I actually really just want to spend more time and energy on their property, because they are just such amazing people. And just like, yeah, you can go back and see some of the things, but like, seriously. So yeah, he's like huge, like gun rights person, I guess. And like, yeah, he also is a pilot. So like, yeah, if you toss him gas money, he'll take you in the airplane if the weather conditions are good. And yeah, he offered to take me shooting. He had a guy from Norway, and I guess that they can't shoot handhelds. So people fly to our country to shoot handhelds apparently. And so he had already taken like a course, like a small course on guns or whatever, and I never shot a gun or held a gun. I mean, that's a lie. I held a gun before. There's actually pictures of me doing, like, you know, stupid imagery as a child when I came across someone's gun. Childhood feels, man. Always had that Ace of Swords reverse, which is the self-mutilators. WTF, mate. WTF. What is happening? I just froze. I just froze! It's still going, though. I'm frozen. You probably see my face up close. I don't know what you see. Though I think that we're getting too many people and too much bandwidth or something like that's going on. So I think I need to stop the feed because it's been going for like almost 30 minutes, and then maybe I can come back. I feel like upset because my story was just interrupted, so excuse me.